online shopping. Mostly of us do it and most of us love it. But what should you be aware of when doing it in the case of cybersecurity? I talked to Alexander Laval about this topic in this video. And my very first question is, what should I be aware of when doing online shopping in the case of cybersecurity?
Yes, first of all, I would suggest that you take a look at the URL. If you have typed in the right URL, or if you click on a mail, to click on the right link to come to the real shop and not to a fake shop. So it's the first thing. And the second thing is about, hopefully, the data in transit is encrypted. So take a look at the left on your URL if there is HTTPS. The S is most important because this means that it is TLS. Encryption is in place, so data is encrypted. There is a green lock. This green lock means in the browser everything is okay. From an easy perspective, everything is okay. If you are more or less a specialist in IT, then you can click on it and can take a deeper look in the details about the certificates, about the keys which are used for the encryption. But this is more an advanced topic, I would say.
I heard and I saw this green lock, but I never really did anything with it or realized it. I just thought there's a green lock, should be fine.
Yes,
Never
should
knew
be
what
fine.
it's for.
If it is green, somehow everything
When it's green,
should be
everything
fine.
is okay. Great.
Yes.
So
if it is red, you have a problem.
Oh.
And should not log in, especially if you use your credentials.
Yeah. Okay.
Because this means they can easily be stolen.
Yeah. Ooh,
So
okay.
this is the message behind the lock somehow.
Yeah, you always see it, but you don't realize what it's actually for. And very interesting. So what should I be looking at if an online shop is a serious online shop or maybe malicious online shop, especially for shops I don't really visit all the time?
Yes, especially take a look using your search engines, your preferred one. Take a look about what is written about that. So it could be that it's easily recognizable that it's not a trusted shop. So you transfer your money, but you never get your goods. So somehow you can easily find it out because everybody will shout loud if the goods are not arriving and the money is lost. So this is somehow an easy way. And on the other side, I would prefer go to the known ones and type it by yourself, not click on a link. A link is somehow you can manipulate easily.
So if I feel unsure if it's a trusted one or not, then research is key.
Yes, research is absolutely key there.
Makes absolutely sense.
Especially for the unknown shops.
Yeah. So are there any online shops I can feel comfortable with leaving my, for example, credit card data, or should I better not do that at all?
Somehow you need to do that. It's also some usability feature if you want to say like this. You don't want to provide it every time you want to sell something, buy something. So important is there, take a look. It's hard from an end user perspective, but take a look about certificates. It's somehow an indicator to say, okay, is this online shop somehow certified about ISO 27001 or some similar standards? It's not saying it's secure, but it's somehow an indicator. It's more or less helping. It's helping. And on the other side, in general, if you are a huge company, you invest more money in your security because there's a budget for that, and also a dedicated department which takes care about that everything is in place. But this is also an indicator because you cannot look into a cloud provider easily from an endpoint perspective.
So is my data actually protected on a serious online shop, or should I be always a little bit anxious about maybe get stolen?
Yes, as before, you cannot see it from outside, but in general, there are two important facts which you have to think about is the transit of data from your device to the web server. So this means there should be, as we talked before, the green lock. HTTPS means that your data in transit is encrypted. This is nice for the transfer phase if you have man in the middle or something like this. And the other point is on the web server in the database, then the data at rest encryption means if it is stored in the database in an encrypted way, it's nice, because if you think about an attack, you have a vulnerability on the web server side. An attacker goes into the web server, comes to the database, and can read out your credit card data in clear text, then it's a problem. If it is encrypted, then you are in the system, but the wanted and important information from an attacker side, you don't see because it's encrypted. So these two things are really important there.
So maybe I'm also interested in, because I want to get my goods out into the world and set up my own online shop. What should I be looking at when I set up my own online shop in the terms of cybersecurity?
So this depends on your skill level. So if you are not familiar with, for example, web application programming, or it could be also that you're really familiar with it, but not from a security perspective, you have to think about secure software development, especially for on web applications. This is really important. There are many standards out there. Take a look and use them, that you have a high security level on the web application side. Then on the other side, the web service, the configuration and also the hardening of the server is really important. Also take a look at that and makes the right configurations that somehow something like cross-site scripting, cross-site request forgery, and so on, many different attacks are not possible. Also take a look at the OWASP top 10. So this is somehow a summary of the top 10 of the cyber attacks, especially for web applications. Of course, if you provide an online shop, you have somehow money transfer. So there you need to think about PCI DSS as a specific standard for money transfer, and you have to deal with that, and you have to implement every single countermeasure.
Makes absolutely sense. Thanks a lot for this deep dive into the topic of online shops. I learned a lot. I will keep an eye open for the green lock now all the time when I do it. And I hope you got some new information out of this video too. If you're still interested, check out the other videos on our channel. Leave a comment if you have further questions and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.